Hey, I'm Kevin. Welcome to the final challenge free agents recap. So, we are in the final challenge, the final episode, and sorry I am late, but I had just such a busy weekend. Plus, I was not feeling very good and I was very tired, and I actually did a recap, but it was like all like so, let's get started with the final episode. So, where we left off last week was Zach literally drowning, and we were all praying for his life. We were all scared for his life. But of course, the challenge, what's it called, safety crew comes and gets him, and he is alive. And now the couples are actually finishing this, and Bananas and Laurel are the first ones. As in second place we have Nani and Johnny from Portland, and finally a few minutes, well, not a few minutes later, we have Zach and Devin come. So now it's time for the second checkpoint, and this checkpoint they are gonna switch partners, and the partners are gonna be Johnny from Portland and Laurel, Johnny Bananas with Devin, and Zach and Nani, and we have music. Anyways, this checkpoint is really easy. It is just a run to a puzzle, and you gotta complete the puzzle. Even in last with Bananas, and Bananas is doing everything he can, which I kind of praise him and how he acted, because I guess if he that's not the way he acted towards Susie when they were in the final challenge, but he acted very nice to Devin. He tried to help her. He sang to her. He did everything possible for her to try to finish this. Anyways, of course, Laurel and Johnny from Portland are first in the puzzle, and the puzzle is just basically logs of wood. The pieces they have actually um, names of cities, and the point is to put the cities from north to south or south to north, and you have to order them. And like I could tell you, like I said before, I may know the major cities, the big cities, probably here and there of some of the countries, but the cities that they actually put were like cities that you don't hear a lot. Johnny from Portland and Laura tried to finish this, but it is wrong. Zach and Nani too. And there is just no hope for none of these because they don't know where these cities are. And there's a little bit of hope because everybody thinks Devin is smart, which I think she is smart, but she's not this kind of smart. She's kind of like strategy smart, not like this kind of smart. But they actually tried this and they get it wrong. But then Johnny, well, Banana sees that this used to be a tree. So if you put the puzzle pieces like it was cut, like the tree was cut, well, that's the answer. So the 30 minutes are done for Laurel and Johnny from Portland, so they run because they only had 30 minutes to finish this. If they didn't finish it, well, they just had to go. And then same for Zach and Nani, but actually Bananas and Devin finished this puzzle, surprise, surprise, which means that they actually finished this faster, and Bananas did this actually because they were last. We get to the third checkpoint, and this is the last checkpoint where the guys and the girls are gonna be working together, and the pairs are like this. Johnny from Portland gets Devin, Nani and Bananas get are working together, and Zach and Laurel. And at this point, I'm like, okay, Zach and Laurel are gonna fucking kill this shit. And the checkpoint is get from one place to another place, and it is just a trail of rocks and rocks and rocks, and this is not a lucky day for me. Look, can you just hear that? Well, the path is all rocky, and you kind of gonna have to climb, and the rest is just literally a rock climb, and you have to get to the top of this freaking volcano. And here, well, since they can't all start at the same time, they're gonna be starting off first, and then second, and then third. So first up is Laurel and Zach, and they're doing pretty good until they kind of get to the rock climbing, where Zach is just out of it. I mean, he is fucking dying. Like, I honestly cannot believe that Zach actually could not finish this. He said, "I want to quit." Like, he said, I mean, I guess they're going up, and this, of course, I mean, if you go up, it is a lot harder to breathe. This guy is huge. We've seen that he is like, he gets frustrated quick. He's saying that his muscles are cramping up, but this guy cannot open his hand, and he cannot breathe, and he's dizzy, and they're stopping a lot. And this is where one of the best things I've heard come out from Laurel is, I don't know what Zach says, but I think Zach is like, "What are you thinking right now? Like, I can't do this." And Laurel is like, "I'm thinking of you," telling Sam, screaming at Sam back in Battle of the Seasons, screaming at her to hurry the fuck up. And now it is just like kind of like karma. Like, everything that he did to Sam and what Sam was feeling is now happening to him. And actually, Laurel is pushing him and trying to get up there. And I can understand Laurel. She doesn't want to get a second, like, win, second place run again. And at this point, I mean, I just love that she said that, because, you know, he was kind of being too harsh to Sam back in Battle of the Seasons, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. And actually, there is a point where Laurel has to drag, pull, push Zach. I mean, it reminded me of Carly and Landon back in Fresh Me Too, but this time Landon, I mean Laurel being Landon and Zach being Carly, which is really ridiculous to me. In second place, we have Bananas and Nani, and at this point they're going through this kind of whole bunch of rocks. And Nani sees this freaking spider and she flips. She flips. She is just like wanted to stop, and she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know where to go. And I can imagine that the fear. I mean, come on, if you see a freaking huge spider like that really close to you, I mean, come on, like, I don't want this thing to bite me. Remember Cora, she got bitten by a spider and she did not finish her final race, and everybody thought it was because of her athletic ability. But I mean, I guess something triggers her that she wants to get over this. There's a point where they're actually past Zach and Laurel, and at this point, both Anani. Imagine being a girl and passing Laurel. I mean, that would be like, oh, fuck. I can actually win with, I mean, two Laurel, which is an amazing boost. And Bananas, like, I'm gonna win another one. I mean, I cannot imagine that we are actually going ahead of them. So at the end, of course, Bananas and Nani are first, Zach and Laura are second, and Laura is mad, and I can understand her. And in third place, like we all know, Devin and Johnny. And Johnny handled this like a true guy, gentleman, whatever you want to say, but he is just one of the best. I have so much respect after this challenge, because, I mean, there was a point where, of course, they were last, and Devin was like, "I'm sorry," and Johnny from Portland is like, "There is nothing to be sorry." And I mean, that is just one of the greatest things that a person can say to you when you know you suck. You know what I mean? I mean, great props to how he handled the situation to Johnny from Portland. So they're probably like more than halfway up this volcano, and it is getting dark. And the next checkpoint, it is a solo checkpoint, and the next one is gonna be a solo one too. And at this point, I see bikes, and I'm like, okay, it is dark. I don't think they're gonna see if they're gonna go cycling. So what the fuck, like? And then TJ is like, this is like a 25-mile like cycle and I'm like, what the hell? They're not even gonna see. I mean, they're gonna fall off this freaking volcano. Like, I'm fucking worried for them. But they are the ones you see in the gym. I don't know how you call them. If they have a special name, I'm sorry, I don't know. So they're not actually bicycles where you go off and blah blah. So you have to stay there until you complete the 25 miles. But I mean, I guess that Bananas, has a lot of endurance, and he actually finishes first. Nani is just out of this challenge. She just doesn't want to continue because this is bullshit to her, and her feet are wet and this and that. And I am like, okay, first of all, be grateful that you're in a final challenge. You freaking signed up for this. You freaking wanted to be in a final. Now you fucking deal with it, okay? But to Laurel, this is the best thing that could ever happen. Why? Because they know that their times are really really close, and this is where I am like, okay, look at Devin. She is not fucking crying. She knows she's the weakest. She knows that she's not gonna probably make it in 1 or 2 hours, but she's still going, and she's not fucking giving up. And one of the things I do have to give props to Devin for doing that. And plus, I never imagined Nani throwing a fit like this because in the final challenge. So next up, now Johnny from Portland finishes, and in third place Zach finishes. First for the girls is Laurel, and then of course Nani, and Devin is there last, and she finishes in like 5 hours. So it is the next morning, and their final checkpoint is to basically just go up to the top of this volcano. But they are not gonna know who is the winner until they come back, until they add their numbers, and then they're gonna see and know who is the winner, which is Lame. So they all go, and just like expected, Devin is in last place for the girls, and for the guys, it is Johnny from Portland and Johnny Bananas. Johnny from Portland, Johnny Bananas. Zach is just in third place. He really disappointed me in this fucking final challenge, but there's a part where Johnny Bananas is actually getting tired, cramping up, whatever, and he's stopping. And this is where Johnny from Portland is going and going and going. And Johnny from Portland is actually the first one to get to the top of the volcano. Then, of course, we have Johnny Bananas, and third place we have Zach. And actually, these two girls, Laurel and Nani, are smelling each other. They're touching each other. They're just so freaking close, but not. But Laurel is just one step in front of her. Literally, when I say literally, trust me, one step in front of her. They actually get to the top of this volcano, like together. It was like they were partners or something. And even though Nani threw a fit, I'm actually proud of her the way she finished this, because being that close to Laurel, I mean, Laurel is a beast, and you actually caught up to her like that. I mean, good job to Nani. And there's no surprise in like Devin finished it like 2 hours later. And now it is time to announce the winner. So in third place for the girls, like we all know, we all knew it, and we all betted on it. It was Devin in third place for the girls, but she finished it. She did not whine, which Nani did, which I am really surprised. But congrats to her, because she gives me motivation that I can actually do this kind of stuff, and that I can actually do. If she finished, I can finish. You know what I mean? In third place for the guys, which was, I was like, oh, I cannot believe, is Zach, and I cannot believe that Zach is actually in third place, and it is just whack because I really thought he had more in him, but I guess not. Anyways, now for the first places. At this point, I really want Johnny from Portland to win. Why? Because he's a rookie. Second, because I don't want Johnny Bananas to win. In third place, because I actually enjoyed Johnny from Poland the whole season, and I think he is a really good competitor, which I didn't think he was in the beginning of this challenge. But at the end, Johnny Bananas wins, and whatever, I don't really care. And then finally for the girls, it's either Nani or Laurel, and they finish 9 minutes just apart, which makes Laurel the winner. And it is just funny because she kind of doesn't know what to do. She's like, what? Like, she was surprised. Like, she knew she was winning. She knew she had it in the bag. Like, whatever. I'm really happy for Laurel. Why? Because she deserves this win finally. After Fresh Meat, Cutthroat, and Rivals, she deserves to win because she is a really good competitor. So what I did not like about this final challenge were the checkpoints, and I just don't like when they add up and this and that, which is just really like what, like, that's not exciting. Like, in the end, I really like it when they get to the finish line and they know they've won. Right here, there was no excitement, there was nothing, there wasn't anything. And like, like, it would have been more exciting for them to get actually to the top of the volcano and be like, yes, I got to here first and I am the winner, just like in Battle of the X's and la la la. There was just no excitement. I really enjoyed the checkpoints they did. I just did not enjoy how the checkpoints worked. But overall, I loved this challenge. I was hoping for a challenge format to be like this for a long time. I finally got it. The results weren't the ones I wanted, but I gotta deal with it because this is what happens when you deal with randomness and luck. I would have enjoyed and would have liked if they kind of added that kind of luck element to the final, like have two pathways and choose your path. One has checkpoints, but one is longer. One is more difficult, but one has checkpoints. I don't know. Or probably like the draw. Anyways, like I said, I really enjoyed this challenge, and I hope we get another challenge like this, another free agents. I hope we get a free agents too. Like, congrats to Laurel, and even though I do not like him, congrats to Johnny Bananas because he is a true vet. He has won 5 and now he has knocked out Darrell. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that I can see you guys soon. So Laurel and Bananas are the free agents winners. So thank you for watching. See ya later, alligators, and bye bye.